Yeah, that grief was pretty hard. That was a hard time. That was a tough time. That was the worst time of my entire life. And but what don't kill you only make you stronger. And we have to always trust God and know that if God bring you to it, He will carry you through it. And if I never felt God's presence ever a day in my life, I felt it when I lost my son, because I knew that He was carrying me. Because I could not walk through that wilderness alone. It was that one set of footprints in the sand. And losing my son was a stand-up comedian. He was a professional comedian. So now it has given me a lot of motivation. And now I feel like I have my son on stage with me, and we performing together. We actually did shows together. But now when I go on stage, I feel like we are on stage together. I kind of know the kind of humor that my son really likes. And I try to give toward that kind of humor. I would always be like, yeah, Brandon would have liked that joke. But yeah, that was a rough time. And one of the things that keep me going is knowing that some people have it worse. Some people have it worse. We have to continue to pray for others that's also grieving. And thank God, because it could have been worse. My daughter was shot a year and a half before that, and that could have been bad, but God is still good, whatever. So I just hate that happened, and I feel bad for anybody that's going through the grief process. But the lesson out of all of this, but some have to die so others can live, So I hope that in the process that we were able to touch people, help people heal, and also save some lives. I found out that I had two identical twin daughters, and when I found out the 1 year anniversary of Brandon's death, and when I was on the phone and I got the news, the sun, I remember exactly where I was standing. I was in Hollywood, Florida. And I remember looking at the sky, and I literally watched the sky go back to its original color. I watched the orange, the red, the whatever color that's in the sun rays, and the blue. It was not gray anymore. Like the world was gray. And I started to slowly see it go back to its original color. And I got on the phone, started making phone calls, started trying to figure out how am I gonna do this, because you're talking about 2 4-year-olds that's about to turn 5. And February the 1st, I remember walking and I knew them the entire time. I just did not know that they were mine.